We are now in our hardware production. In here we are working with aluminium profiles. We are working with different sheet materials, aluminium, ACM plates, rebond, green bond, green cast acrylics, so many different materials. And we are working with routing, we are working with saws, we are working with cutting, we are welding studs, we have punching, drilling, milling, and so on as well. Aluminium profiles are handled in profile handling system. So we have 150 orange baskets with different aluminium profiles. So when the routing card says that you need to manufacture this specific article number in a specific length or in a specific quantity, you just enter the article number to the system and it will bring the orange basket with those profiles into production so that we can start cutting it down with the saws. When we're talking routing, as mentioned, we are working with a lot of different materials, and this means that routing for us is a better choice than, for instance, laser cutting and also water jet cutting, mainly because of the many different materials, but also because we can achieve more smooth edge of the different materials. So we have 4 different flatbed routers. They can do different things. One of them has the ability to cut with knife, cut with router, and do it with the camera system as well. We have one that is very, very strong and has the ability of creating very fast nesting of products. This means that it can hold all the data for all our standard products. And when we get a routing card saying that we need to manufacture 50 of this article number, we can just enter that to the router and it will utilize the sheet of material best possible. And we can even tell it to utilize the remaining part of the sheet by adding some specific articles that we know that we can put on stock. So this means that in here in the hardware production, we're actually not thinking about customer order, we are thinking about the many bits and pieces that needs to be manufactured. And this is what the routing card is telling us. So when we are printing out 2 times a day, once in the morning and once just after lunchtime, taking all the routing cards that says it needs to be 3mm aluminium, we'll gather those and produce them in one go so that we utilize the materials and the time best possible. So when nesting and when adding routing cards together, it's of course not just with the one customer order, it's between those different customer orders that was started this morning, for instance. We have 4 people taking care of all the machines here in the factory. In the hardware production, there's 50 different machines in here. So it's not constantly that the same machines are running. So it really depends on what type of orders comes in. It's a matter of making sure that these 4 people can handle all the different machineries and different product lines and know them. We have very long tradition of our modular sign systems, meaning that some of them have threads back to the 1970s, but many of them from the 1990s. This means that we can still manufacture parts and manufacture signage that was designed and created back in 1990, for instance, meaning that we can supply orders and products for existing installations. So this means that we also have a lot of old machines that can do those products, but they are still being maintained and made sure that they can run every day.